$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Running a business comes with pressure. Remote workforces, HR compliance, retaining top talent. You start to feel boxed in. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR service and technology to work, offering my employees competitive benefit options while lightening my HR load. Instead of obstacles, I'm surrounded by people empowered to be their best. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. First off, this is a great way to wake up.
What happened?
I didn't even notice. It wasn't until pretty much right now I looked down on my keyboard to start typing, and somebody left me the greatest gift you can ever leave somebody.
You're welcome. You gave him chlamydia?
Yes, I did.
Oh, thank you.
Left it right all over his microphone.
Damn. So this was you, Danny.
Yes, it was.
Woke up. Nice way to walk into work and have yourself a Mod Pizza no-name cake.
Wouldn't that be great if it wasn't Danny? He was just taking credit for someone else's generosity. He just randomly left there.
Yeah.
Whoever says it first is actually responsible for it.
Yeah.
Turns out it's like your son. He's like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
He can't say anything.
My thunder.
Stand there, Joe.
Yeah, I can't imagine that Joe or Sarah would do it since they know that they don't want me to eat more than I should.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Whereas Danny's the little devil on your shoulder.
Oh, he definitely is. Danny's the guy who says, I'm going to go to the gym, but BJ, here you go. Here's a bunch of sweets and treats.
I just went to the gym. I noticed there was what the hell is it?
No-name cake.
No, what's the place that I get it at?
Oh, Mod Pizza.
Mod Pizza.
There's a word on it that says M-O-D, Mod, but there's only a clue on there for you.
Yeah. I just finished at the gym. I'm going to Mod Pizza. I grabbed you a no-name cake. That was very nice of you.
Thanks,
You're
Danny.
welcome. Yeah, well, Is there a Mod Pizza in West Seattle?
Oh, yes. And it was fantastic when you get drunk at 10 a.m. watching the Seahawks play yesterday, and then they deliver it to you. But they messed up your order, so they included a couple of no-name cakes. And I was like, well, I don't eat no-name cakes, so I brought it for BJ.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Boy, they should mess up your order a lot. That's fantastic.
I was like, thank you, guys.
I wonder if they messed it up or you were drunk and you messed it up, but they were just taking responsibility for it.
I'm going to put that on my girlfriend because she's the one that ordered it.
That's fair.
Whatever.
Does she have a couple beverages, too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then.
We were hammered by about 12. It was great.
See, that's good customer service because I think you're right, Steve. I think they go, the hammered people made an order and now it's wrong. Okay.
But it's just a no-name cake, whatever. This drunk guy calls us and gets pizza from us all the time.
Pretty much.
It's the least we could do.
Boy, if this is how I get no-name cakes every time Danny messes up an order, supposedly.
Right.
Dear Mod Pizza, please mess up the order every time. Because I get no-name cakes. Well, thank you, Danny.
You're welcome.
That's fantastic. Mod Pizzas, oh, man, these are so good. And I
wouldn't have known. You never talk about that.
No, never. But I turned on some other people recently, and they all.
How's your wife feel about that?
Hey. She's like, well, finally, somebody's getting turned on by you. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So, and people go, but it looks just like I know what they go. No, try it, and then you know what? Another convert.
It's just a ding dong on steroids.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, and who doesn't like those ding dongs?
It's a ding dong on a cycle.
Yeah.
It seems like that could actually describe a lot of people.
Yeah, well, that's Mrs. Schwarzenegger. That's her response. It's a ding dong on steroids.
Oh, wow.
That's Mrs. Schwarzenegger, by the way. Thank you.
Wow.
Or the maid, I'm sure. Whoever wants to play the part.
I don't think Mrs. Schwarzenegger is Austrian like Arnold.
Oh, really?
Is she from the United States?
Well, you know what? Aren't you from United States?
Are you?
Yeah, no, he's not.
Well, who's his wife?
Who's his
Maria
wife?
Shriver.
Yeah, I'm his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will pop you up. I'm Maria Shriver.
Yeah.
I'm from United States, you know.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Told you.
Oh, those interesting Chicago accents.
That's right. Yeah, she's from...
Yeah, she's from Chicago.
I'm
so.
from Chicago. Go Bears.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. The Bears.
Welcome to Monday, everyone.
That's it. Look at... You know what? Put me on Saturday Night Live. I'm that great of an
You're
impressionist.
a little punchy right now.
I'm like a Jim Carrey out here, aren't I?
Oh, the best.
Yeah. Oh,
The
man.
Bears still suck.
Yeah.
The Bears still suck.
Pump us up.
Really suck.
Yeah.
The Bears still suck.
You got the pass on the footballs?
I blame Danny for giving you this mod pizza.
It's probably just
no
gonna get
name
worse.
cake.
Sugar throughout the morning.
Yeah.
Did I tell you my husband has a ding-dong on steroids?
Let's just go all in, boys. Let's do it. Let's get some Bang energy drinks.
Yes.
Some no-name cakes.
Yeah, why not? It's Monday.
It's Monday. Let's just lose our minds. Seahawks won.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's what it is. We're all drunk on success and victory. We got a woman. Here's what she did. She invited cops over to her house. Oh, why did she do that? Well, she got some bad meth, man. Steve will tell you all about this. He's got the Mix Report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Owning a business comes with pressure. There's a limit to what I can do and still keep employees engaged. Fortunately, there's Insperity. They put 30-plus years of HR experience to work to help me with hiring, training, HR administration, and compliance, while giving my employees competitive benefit options. And because I'm able to focus on other priorities, my employees can thrive and my business can grow. With Insperity, nothing seems impossible. Insperity, HR that makes a difference.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Mix Report.
Well, thanks, you guys. And thanks to all the nice people out there, because today is National Be Nice Day.
Oh, yeah, that seems like a thing.
Stop filming me, you jerk.
Paparazzi.
Sorry.
I don't think it's going to be easy for Steve to be nice.
Well, today's your day to be cordial.
Yeah.
They're telling everybody.
You know what they always say?
What's that?
It's nice to be important, but more important to be nice.
Who says that? What loser says that? I'm kidding.
Yeah. That actually, you know.
Who said that? Like Bob Ross or
I don't know
Mr. Rogers?
I don't know who originally said that, but actually, my old mentor and radio guy, Brother Weeze, he closed out every show that way in Rochester.
He did?
Yeah, closed out every show like that.
Now, so did he do that after he made fun of the way you dressed or before?
That's a very good question. Probably after. I feel like I took
The guy who made fun of you the entire time he ended his show, it's like a middle finger to you.
He was a complicated man, Steve.
Oh, did that ever bother you? Like,
Yeah.
You're telling everyone to be nice, but you're not nice to me.
You have to remember everything bothered me. So, yeah, that was part of the big list.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right, before we get into this weird story about a woman in meth, let's talk about candy, because Halloween is just around the corner, and somebody used the Google Analytics to figure out what's the most popular Halloween candy in every state. Mm-hmm. So I guess the top candy in 25 states is something chocolate, no big surprise. And I was curious what you think would be the number one candy here in Washington. Because, for instance, like Starburst is the most popular in 6 states, but Kit Kats and Nestle Crunch are popular in 4 different states.
You're giving people clues, Steve.
I am.
Yes, that's not cool, because, that would have been somebody's guess. So I'm going to guess my original guess, steak. Thank you.
Steak.
Yeah.
You are
Bing, bing, bing.
correct.
Woo!
Whoa, that's
steak
right.
candy is my favorite.
Kids love going up to people's houses with their Halloween basket, and when people drop little chunks of steak in there,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the best thing ever.
Little sirloin tip. Thank you.
All right, Danny, what do you think it is?
Has to be Twix.
Twix.
Oh, good guess.
Close, but wrong.
Oh,
You said
man.
close.
I did.
All right.
This is for Washington State, right?
Yes. No, this is for
Okay.
North
hold on a
Dakota.
second. Now, you already mentioned Kit Kat.
Yeah.
So you said Twix is close. What, I mean, aren't they like brother?
Well, let's see what Vicky says.
All right, Vicky. I gave you a clue there.
Well, I was gonna guess Kit Kat, but now I kind of want to go just weird and say Ferrero Rocher. What kid doesn't love that?
What language are you speaking in this morning?
How is that? Is that
Ferrero
close
Rocher?
to a Twix?
Yeah, it's like it's cookie-ish. It's got
Oh.
that shell around it.
Well, Vicky, great guess, but
Wrong. Don't tell her it's a great guess.
No,
All right.
it
let's
is my
not-
favorite. It was as a
Rev?
kid.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to go with candy corn, but I think I'll go with Kit Kats here.
Bing, bing.
you are correct. Good answer.
What kind of person gives the answer in the description of what's going on with other places?
Well, she said all the time on Beat Migs.
That's an effed up situation. You know what?
Hey, how about being nice for a change?
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah.
You know what,
National
Steve?
Nice Day.
You have failed this city.
I just said that Kit Kats and Nestle Crunch are second as far as the most popular with 4 states each.
Yeah.
I didn't say that it was Washington was one of them. That's up to you guys to figure out.
Oh yeah, when someone goes, oh that's close, you pretty much gave the answer away. Once Danny gave the Twix, Danny, you win. All right, Steve, F you.
What? I
It
said
could be
Kit
Reese's
Kat.
peanut butter cups.
That's close to a kick.
They come two in a package.
Oh damn it! You do have somewhat of a freaking point, you son of a.
All right, let's talk about this woman.
All right.
Her name's Beth Ann. She lives in Florida, and she's 52 years old, and she had to call the cops because she had a massive problem. Cops show up, yeah, what do you need at our, why do we need to come to your house? She says, I just bought a bag of meth for $20, but I'd like to turn it over to you because it's, quote, junk.
Oh.
Well, the cops tested the crystals inside the bag, and they came back positive for meth. So maybe it's not high-quality meth, but it was meth, and she was arrested.
Yeah, that's what happens. Especially when you say you bought it. I think I would say, hey, somebody left this on my doorstep.
Speaking of strange purchases, there's a guy in Shoreline in a little bit of trouble with the law because, well, he approached a woman asking if he could buy her 2-year-old child from her.
Whoa. That is.
She said, yeah, he came up to me and offered $1,500 for my child.
Oh, hold on a second now. Where was this guy about 32 years ago?
And which kid is that, Joe?
Yeah.
All right.
$1,500, Joe's a lot of money. I'm just saying, it's a lot of dough, Joe.
Back then, all the crazy stuff you could have got for that.
Yeah, $1,500? Back in 1988, I'd be rich.
How about this woman smart enough to get all of his information? Like, you know what? I'm not sure if I want to sell my child to you, but let me get your information. Then she passed it on to the authorities, and here they are talking about it.
She said no, of course, and was kind of shocked by that, as you can imagine, with somebody offering to buy their child for any amount of money. She had the wherewithal to get his phone number and his email address, so she had his information.
Handed it over to the authorities, and yep, you bet it. You betcha.
How much of a tool shed are you, though? I mean, really, how whacked in the head are you that you make an offer that is the most horrific offer you would make any parent, and then you give your information and don't think at all you're going to get in trouble for this? I mean, what kind of a brain damage situation are we dealing with?
Oh, I'm glad that she was smart enough to get his info, and because who knows what that could have led to. So that's good. At least they were able to get involved with.
Yeah, I think I might have been a lot more emotional and not even thought of doing that. So she was a smart one, definitely.
Yeah, I probably would have been punching the guy in the face before than asking for his info, but that's frowned upon.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the Seahawks. Big win yesterday. They're now 4-0 for the first time since 2013.
Hey, wait a minute.
And what happened in 2013, BJ?
I think we won something.
Yes, the Super Bowl. Those stats are always funny because that doesn't mean really anything, but it's fun to talk about, get you reminiscing about those days. But yeah, they beat the Dolphins 21-23. I got to imagine if you had Jason Sanders on your fantasy football team, you were very happy because the Dolphins could not punch one in until the very end of the game, and he had 5 field goals.
What was the score again?
31-23.
Okay, good.
Thank you. Thank you for.
I was going to say we won 21-23. Good for us. We squeaked away and they didn't even know we lost.
Well, that's the thing in the NFL. It's like you can have less points, but if it's 21, you always win.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, blackjack rule.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
I like their field goal kicker. That guy seems like he's been money all season for them.
So that's pretty awesome, though. Big win for the Seahawks. How about David Moore, man? That guy, he's got the best feet in all football.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That one catch where he actually had a couple big plays, but that one touchdown catch where he just was able to get his feet in there before he went out of bounds was just incredible. And that's not the first time he's done something like that.
Yeah, and this is what's really exciting is now we're hearing more and more of his name because, of course, we know Metcalf, we know Lockett, but if Moore starts being another reliable target like he is showing, whoo, baby.
And here's Russell Wilson talking about the big win.
Obviously, for us to be 4-0, it's a huge thing. Just keep winning one game at a time, and that's what's really important to us is making sure that we're staying on schedule, making sure we keep doing what we're doing. It was a tough day today. It was a battle out there. It was it was a tough day just because it was so hot out there. We've been up in the Pacific Northwest, but it was definitely guys just kept battling. We ran the ball really well. We threw the ball well. We had that one funky play, but other than that, we were pretty much lights out in all the things that we wanted to do, which is great.
What's really interesting is it sounds like the announcers actually knew what they were talking about because they actually did mention that the humidity and the heat might be affecting us.
Oh, yeah. It was hot out there. But you know what? It was tremendous. That's right. Big win.
What's important is that they're winning one game at a time, but I feel like I think he needs to up his game and win 2 games at a time.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, if he can find a way to do that, we are unstoppable.
How about there's a little over 12,000 people, 13,000 capacity, which is funny. They couldn't sell out a small capacity.
Well, the Miami hasn't given you much reason to care. Yeah, you're right. That is weird. I guess there are some people in Florida that go, even though you're allowing us.
Because I heard some people post on social media like, oh, my friends are going to, heading over to Florida to go watch the Seahawks game because you can actually go to the game. I'm like, what are the odds they're going to be able to get tickets? I mean, there's such limited tickets because you can only have X amount of capacity.
Yeah.
But apparently it wasn't a hard thing for Seahawks fans to get tickets to this game. And if you were watching the game, you heard plenty of Seahawks fans. In fact, David Moore, he talked about how cool it was to hear Seahawks fans, actually to hear any fans for that matter, during this weird season.
Hey, man, it was lovely. We always loved to hear the 12s, and the fact that they were in the stands today, it felt like it was normal a little bit, just not as loud, but a little bit normal. You hear the Seahawks. It's lovely to always hear that, so.
It was lovely.
Lovely.
Very lovely.
Oh, that's it. You don't hear that definitely. You don't really hear that adjective much.
Seahawks are going to be back home taking on Minnesota for Sunday Night Football. So that's the next game. Will they go 5-0? And I got to say, I've already said how much I've fallen in love with Jamal Adams as a new member of the Seahawks just for his play on the field. But, now that he's injured with the groin injury, he's not going to be able to play, I think, this game, the last game, and maybe, I think, the next game. But he was watching the game and live tweeting the entire time, which was super fun.
That was cool. I saw that picture of him standing in front of his TV.
Okay, did you see the original picture? Because he took the original picture down and then reposted it. The original picture, between his legs, there was what looked like a joint.
Oh, boy.
And, a lot of people are like, oh, what's going on here? In the original picture, a joint in between his legs.
Wow, so
while he's standing there with his helmet on.
You got to be careful when you take pictures. People can zoom in. Yeah, I didn't notice that, dude. I didn't see the joint all blown up like that.
Yeah, it went away after probably somebody hit him up and said, yo, what's that between your legs? And I'm not talking about inside your boxers.
Yeah.
But fortunately for him, he can't get suspended for smoking weed because of the new collective bargaining agreement. Thank gosh. He'll only face a small fine for smoking weed if he gets busted. If it is indeed weed.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how they'll prove. I guess they drug test him. But that's what's going on with Jamal Adams. I thought that was hilarious.
That's too funny.
I love that Blitz recreated the picture, not the pot part. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be funny. Between Blitz's legs was a giant bong.
Yeah, Blitz is getting blitzed. I love it.
Yeah. One other game to bring up from yesterday was the Chargers game. The LA Chargers. They beat the Giants 17-9, I believe. Let me double check that before. Yes, but I'm not bringing it up because of that. I'm bringing it up because at the end of the game, Golden Tate tried to beat Jalen Ramsey's ass. Because, apparently Jalen Ramsey is the father to Golden Tate's his sister. So, and he left her while she was pregnant.
Wait, you mean he's the baby daddy?
Yeah, he's the baby daddy.
Okay, all right.
So I guess he left his sister for a stripper.
Oh, whoa!
While she was pregnant. And so after the game, Golden Tate went up to him and they got into a fight.
Yeah. Well, I can see that. I mean, what do you expect? Especially if maybe you got Golden was just like, hey, man, I give you my blessings. You can be with my sister, and then turn around.
And they already have 2 kids.
Oh, that ain't good.
No.
I can't. I mean, it's hard to blame Golden Tate in this one. It's like, dude, seriously? You're doing this to my sis?
Yeah.
I can see that.
He left her for a Las Vegas stripper.
I don't advocate or condone violence, but boy, oh boy, I can understand Golden's position.
Do you think Jalen Ramsey just knew at some point during that game it was going to happen?
Oh, yeah. You have to know that. How do you not know that?
I mean, props to Golden Tate. I think I would have just came running out in the middle of the first play and just attacked the guy.
Oh, definitely.
You son of a bitch.
I'm not usually on defense, but you know what? I'm taking you down, brother.
I'm coming after you.
Yeah.
During the player introductions. I don't know if they were doing that, but it just goes after her. But yeah, that would upset somebody, I'd imagine.
Oh man, dude, the drama. See, that's a beating.
I mean, relationship ends. I get that, but maybe bailing on a pregnant woman to be with a stripper is probably not the best way to handle a relationship.
And you know what? This is something we're hearing about, and maybe we'll hear more stories like this, but there's a lot of this that happens in sports. A lot of drama where you go, can you believe this? Yeah, I mean, I know of a story of a player that, on a major baseball team, I will not say which one, but he was a free agent. He signed with this major baseball team, and the star of the team he signed with started banging his wife. He had only one season with that team, and he was horrible. And then we come to find out it was because, the guy comes over, and the first thing is another player on his new team starts banging his wife. So his whole season was just him having to deal with the guy behind me in the outfield's banging my wife. Thanks for the new job.
But on top of it, I mean, obviously there were those allegations.
He was on top of it.
of Golden Tate, back in the day with Russell Wilson's wife.
There's that.
Is Golden Tate just like a walking romance novel?
That's a good point. I forgot about that.
Anything that goes on in his life is very scandalous. Outside of his play on the field.
It's a Lifetime movie.
And wasn't he the donut guy, too?
Golden Tate was the donut guy.
He's the guy that took the donut from Top Pot. Yeah.
Was that the Maple Bar?
Yeah, I mean, look, I can't blame him. I mean, Top Pot donuts are delicious. It's just at 2, 3 in the morning, you're just not allowed to walk into one of those places.
And now Jalen Ramsey's providing his Maple Bar to someone other than Golden Tate's sister.
The circle is complete.
Thursday night on the Hallmark Channel.
Yeah.
The Golden Tate Chronicles.
Yeah. Golden Tate.
As far as weather, 66 degrees. We got some sun today. That's the major report, and that's what's up.
On Friday, Steve did get this one right.
What Sex and the City actress played Sarah Sanderson in the 90s movie Hocus Pocus?
Sarah McLachlan.
No.
Oh, wait. Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Not too bad. You came back.
Bam.
Yeah.
Bam.
Okay, Emerald. Good job. Come up with your own tagline and take other people's, too. Good job. Bam.
Zoom. I don't know. I don't know.
Beat me.
Slack.
6:47.
Be nice day.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. How do I know if bankruptcy is going to provide me with relief? What are the steps for my situation?
There's so much information out there about bankruptcy with the internet and what people have heard from friends and other people that they've talked to about their financial issues or bankruptcy. There's also a lot of bad information out there or urban legends about bankruptcy. In order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you need to talk to an attorney that's experienced in bankruptcy. So in order to determine whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, you should talk to an experienced bankruptcy attorney. And my job is not to convince you to file bankruptcy. My job is to help you to make that decision and have all the facts so that you can make an informed decision about whether bankruptcy makes sense for you, what benefits it's going to have for you, and what the downside of filing bankruptcy is.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.